Today on Up to Speed, we welcome all the new educators to the CFISD family, one by one. We unveil something to keep your hashtag game strong. And it's all about the Benjamins, your paycheck. And now for the star of your show, Miss Mitzi.
Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of Up to Speed with Miss Mitzi, the show that keeps you current on CFISD happenings.
What's new, Miss Mitzi?
What's new? Well, they are. They're the newest members of the Cypress-Fairbanks ISD family. Everybody say cheese.
Miss Mitzi, have you seen my iPad?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our superintendent, Dr. Mark Henry. Woo! Dr. Henry, I'm welcoming CFISD's new staff.
I like it. Hashtag warm welcome.
Hashtag I'm impressed.
Hashtag thank you, Miss Mitzi.
Hashtag at least you didn't say pound sign.
Hashtag are you calling me old?
Hashtag why of course not. No sir. No sir.
Hashtag awkward moment.
Hashtag I'm sorry, sir.
Hashtag JK, all Twitter lingo aside, I want to welcome you to CFISD, the destination district. And I want to leave you with one last hashtag, one that embodies everything that CFISD is striving for and stands for. Hashtag CFISD, opportunities for all.
Thanks, Dr. Henry. Hashtag I'm excited.
Hashtag I am going to need my iPad back though, Miss Mitzi.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Snapchat, here we go.
You're fired.
Now it's time for top 3. Let's get up to speed so you know the ins and outs of CFISD. Now, if you're like me, working at CFISD is a great thing, and you would do it for free. But let's be real, we need a paycheck.
Woohoo! Payday!
Yes, payday, and they don't mean the candy bar. But how can you, as a new employee, find out where to get copies of your payroll checks and keep track of those precious personal and sick days? If you take the percentage of your paycheck, subtract the percentage of your insurance premium, what do you get? Heck if I know, but I know someone who does. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mark Flores, our Director of Payroll and Insurance. Hi Mark, I hear you're a real numbers guy.
For sure.
Oh, I get it, for sure. So what days of the month are we paid?
15th and 31st.
Or if those days fall on a weekend, then you get paid on the previous Friday.
10-4.
And what day in September will our new teachers receive their first paycheck?
15th.
But only if their paperwork has been processed.
10-4.
Employees can obtain their paycheck info on the Employee Access Center on our website under the Staff Employee Only links for check stubs, leave balances, and what forms?
W-2s and 1095-Cs.
1095-C, the Affordable Care Act, correct?
10-4.
How many days do new hires have from the first day of employment to enroll in their choice benefits?
30.
This is an IRS rule, and there are no exceptions, and you'll have to wait how long, Mark, to change your benefits?
365 days or 1 year.
Finally, on life insurance, all benefit-eligible employees are provided how much life insurance, Mark?
30,000.
How much additional optional life insurance is available for employees?
250,000.
And spouses?
50,000.
Now let's review. Mark?
15th, 31st, W-2, 1095-Cs, 30, 30, 365, 30,000, 250,000, and 50,000.
Awesome, Mark. See you later. Because as a new staff member, you have so much to think about. From finding your classroom, where to park, other duties as assigned. You may want to have somebody to talk to, and on your new campus, you're not alone.
This is so overwhelming. I don't know how I'm gonna make it until Thanksgiving.
You know you're missing something. Give it up. You should have listened to your mom.
She did listen to her mom, and now she's in the most honorable profession in the world. She's a teacher.
Oh, hush. She hasn't taught anything yet. And by the looks of it, she's gonna do the right thing and give up.
Oh no, she won't. She has a mentor.
What? A mentor? That's cheating.
And stealing souls isn't cheating?
Hey, if the horns fit.
All new CFISD teachers get a mentor.
Nah.
The mentor is another teacher on their campus who helps with lesson plans, curriculum, or anything else they might need. And not only that, they have an entire support system, from the campus to the curriculum office, all the way to the superintendent himself.
Hi, I'm going to be your mentor this year.
Well, thank you. My prayers have been answered.
You're welcome.
Wow, well, where can I apply to be a CFISD teacher?
You'd never pass the background check.
Well, off to law school then.
And speaking of support and learning, your first contract day is August 8th, followed by 10 days of world-class professional development. The Staff Development Office is headed up by these three ladies who are determined to make you a lifelong learner. Bet you thought when you got your degree that your days of studying were over, but now you get to apply all this to your classroom. And yes, for you millennials, we have online opportunities too. Now, for those of you who can't wait to give a quiz, I have one for you. What is the #1 cause of on-the-job accidents for teachers? Talk amongst yourselves. Go ahead. I'll give you 15 seconds. Go. To answer that question, here's our CFISD lifesaver herself, our risk manager, Jamie DeCotillion.
Thanks, Miss Mitzi. Our #1 cause of teacher injuries is slips, trips, and falls.
And here's our first safety moment in our Up to Speed series, avoiding slips, trips, and falls. So here's something we offer in CFISD that warms Miss Mitzi's heart. Besides our own recipe for ranch. We allow employees to donate to the Sick Leave Bank for those who really need it.
That's bank.
No, seriously, this isn't for extra vacation days in Cabo, but it's for those who need it beyond the days they're allotted. You know, serious illnesses and whatnot. You have until October 31st to donate days to the Sick Bank. CFISD's got your back. Now it's time to get up to speed in CFISD sports.
Woo!
Here's Coach V with a look at Beyond the Score.
Go, Coach Bees!
With 10 different high schools, we can't possibly bring you every moment from every sport. But what we can bring you are some really cool stories, fun interviews, and more highlights than Justin Bieber's hair. Back to you, Miss Mitzi.
Thanks, Coach V.
You're welcome.
Time now for Cop Talk. I'm going to introduce you to a very important person to our district, our Chief of Police, Alan Bragg, and he can tell you how awesome our CFISD police force is at protecting us in 140 characters or less.
Hi, I'm Chief Bragg, inviting you to check out the new CFISD Police Twitter page. You'll find great safety tips and stay up to date with all the CFISD police news. Remember, following me on Twitter is much more fun than me following you on the highway.
Thanks, Chief. I'm going to follow you right now. Life hack time with John T. John T's life hacks this week are perfect for those new staff who may have to do some work around the house or classroom. We don't call him the male Martha Stewart for nothing.
Thanks, Miss Mitzi. I'm sure most of you educators will start your morning with plenty of Java. Have you ever found yourself not knowing what to do with those leftover coffee cups?
Yes.
Besides letting them roll around in the back seat of your car?
Yes.
Have you ever thought of using them as paint cups?
No.
For those of you moving in or those who need to update that wooded panel den, now you have a use for them. And what about those cereal boxes you go through? Ever thought of using them as magazine or book holders? Now I have somewhere to put all my Highlight and Cosmopolitan magazines. And for you tea drinkers, putting dry tea bags in smelly shoes you've been teaching in all day, those tea bags will absorb those unpleasant odors. Ooh. This is John T. Tea time, Miss Mitzi?
Thanks, John T., but hashtag think I'll pass. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Up to Speed with Miss Mitzi, the show that keeps you up to speed on all the latest happenings at CFISD. Download our CFISD app for all the district news. You can follow us on Twitter at UpToSpeedSciFair and share your story ideas or even your own possible life hacks. John, I'll pass those on to you.
Thank you, Miss Mitzi.
Once again, welcome to this destination district where everyone from your campus principal to your district administrators are all here to lend you a helping hand. And remember, we are all in this together. Hashtag CFISD for all. All students, all faculty, all the time. See what I did there? Have a great school year. May your pencils stay sharp, may your holidays be long, and may your Starbucks cups stay full. I'm Miss Mitzi, and I'm out of here.
Woo!